But, point being, I had gone through pretty much nearly my whole collection, minus a few that are probably lingering somewhere over the attic at my parents' new place, wherever they might be. And I wanted to go over the collection that I currently have, the cards that I kept with me, put in a binder for all, like, the nice and shiny ones that I've collected through the years, and go over the ones that I've more or less kept on me. Because, let me tell you, there are a lot. Which I'm going to get up and show you guys. This is what I was actually doing yesterday. Instead of recording a video and being productive, doing anything productive at all, I was putting all of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards into sleeves in a binder, where the thick one over there is just random cards that I don't really care about and still probably need to organize, and the other one behind my fursuits is the nicer looking one. So, I'm going to get up for this one. This is my binder of all the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I don't really care about, but have kept safe regardless. Because at some point, you know, I'm gonna want to sell some of these cards, or a good chunk of them. Or I'm gonna want to give them to some other, you know, kid or someone who would want to make use of these. Because there's probably some kid out there who would love to have these. Even if I'm never gonna use them, they would love to have something like this. They'd love to have some of these cards. So I'll like briefly show you guys, because some of these, like, I don't know how I'm gonna go through them, but like basically, like, it's just pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of all these cards. A lot of these I don't really want to go over today because they're, quite frankly, not really the best. They're just whatever cards that I got through the years, and I'm like, oh, instead of putting them in a tin, I'd rather have them in like a binder, just so I can organize them. So what I need to do is I need to get another binder at some point for these to organize them properly. But this is not what we're here for. What we're here for is this. The binder is all my special cards that I kept. These are all my top-loaded Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And these are all my top-loaded Pokemon cards. And so I want to go over them today. I also just kind of realized this might be one of my first non-furry hobby things that I'm doing on a furry stream. So, hey, you know, this is the first time I'm showing that I have some interest in something that isn't my job in furry stuff. I have some personality, so a round of applause for Beta. Finally being bold, doing something different here. Which one should we start with first? The binder of cards, or the best top-loaded Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Which ones are you guys thinking you'd want to see me go through? Because truthfully, I can't decide. I was thinking we go through the binder first, and well, that's how it be. What does it mean for a card to be top-loaded? Okay, so for example,
what does it mean for a
top-loaded card? You're gonna have two forms of protecting cards. The first one, which I'm just gonna pull this one out. Oh, this one's not even a special one, but it's just one that I wanted to collect. So a top-loaded card means it has this plastic, hard plastic exterior, making sure it's safe. And card condom, or just sleeved, means that it has like means that it just has like a sleeve over it. You see this plastic sleeve? Yeah, you just kind of keep it in a sleeve as well as you can. This keeps it from being exposed to the elements. This is not an original Zapdos, by the way. This is from the X and Y set, but I did want an original art design Zapdos at some point. Basically, this is during the era, like during COVID, where I had disposable income. And I really wanted to have some of the old Pokemon card designs, and that's when, like, X and Y was popping off. So I ended up finding on, like, eBay, yeah, the 2016 reprint, that's what this is from. This is when they had reprinted a lot of these old designs, and even though it's not, like, super special, like, this one's not holographic, it's not the original Zapdos from the original set or anything, but it's still cool. Or wait, is it? Is this? Is this the reprint? I don't think this is the reprint, because the reprint would have a Pikachu in the bottom corner, right, like, here or so. I don't think this is the reprint. Is this an original Zapdos? It's not holographic or anything. But basically, like, any cards that were, like, $2, $3, $4, $5, $10 a pop, I'd get them. I think I got all the legendary birds from the original set for like $10, and it's just because I wanted to start a collection of it, not because I wanted the special high quality cards. I just wanted to start like some little collection. The copyright says 1999, 1995, 1996, 98 Nintendo, Game Freak, 1999 Wizards. So I think this is an original. Okay. I thought this was the reprint, because they did have a few reprints through the X and Y series, where I think it was like X and Y Evolutions, where you could get some of the original prints for the cards. But yeah, this one's top loaded. So that's an example of what it's like to top load a card. It's probably original. Now, out of curiosity, because I think I got this for like $10. I'm going to go to Pokemon TCG. A lot of these cards that I've gotten have depreciated in value, and I'm not getting them for the sake of making a profit. But like a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards I got, I think I had the best card you could get in the Maximum Gold Anniversary set, which was, I think, an access code talker. It was a gold boarded. I'll show it to you in a bit. That card, I think, went for $60 or $90. Currently goes for $2. So I pulled it. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool. But at the same time, yeah, let me see about the Zapdos. I'm actually curious, how much is it on TCG? Zapdos. Original. Okay, that's holo rare, base set. Why is a holo rare base set of these worth that? What is the original that I have then? Hold on. Base set 2? A base set holographic. Basically, a holographic version of this is $6. If it's from the original set, wouldn't it be worth more? Which version do I have of this? Oh, the X and Y Evolutions version is 90 cents. So this one is not the X and Y Evolutions. Which one do I have? This one's non-holographic. What are you? You have 80 HP. What are you? Wait, you have 80 HP. Where are you from? 90 HP. 100. I'm looking at it on Pokemon TCG Finder right now, and I'm not... What are you? Where are you from? Dude, I'm actually kind of confused here.
Fossil set.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's $2. Well... Oh, it's from the Fossil set. You were right. Okay, Ember, you're right about that. I did just find it. So it's from the Fossil set. It's $2. I think I got this for $2. So at the end of the day, I have a cutesy, shiny, well, not really shiny, but cutesy Zapdos. But I have a better setup for you guys, because I worked on this right before I hopped into stream. Okay, this isn't really a riveting view. Now it is. You can see my thighs! I set up my table right here to be able to show you guys basically my whole collection. Ideally, if I go through this way, or I show all the cards here, or I show it in the binder here. That's why I was thinking of starting with the binder originally. I think that's actually what I'm going to end up doing. So we'll go through the special cards that I have here later. And also, there's going to be a little bit of a delay on the camera, like, yeah, I don't really know what the delay is there, but we'll figure it out. Desk reveal? Well, I'm going to get a new desk at some point. I would love to get a standing desk one of these days. I just feel like sitting down all this time is not exactly the most fun in the world. But this binder, I love the shake. It adds so much to it. It's like half a second delay. Who cares? Is it really that bad at the end of the day? Does the delay really affect anything? I'm still going to be showing you guys stuff regardless. But let's see, can I move my mic? Yes, I can. I can move it like right here. Nope, right there. Yeah, we're good. If only the delay wasn't here, but yeah. It's not bad, I'm just telling you what it is. I appreciate it, Opta. Opta's good soup. Also, hi, Tibbs. I hope you're doing well. I saw you in chat. I miss your face. I want to inflate Tibbs. I want Tibbs' life jacket inflation one day. But let me bring up chat so I can read it a bit more properly. But what I want to do is I want to go over the binder first. I'll go over the individual cards from the set that I have down there later and organize some of it. But mainly, I want to go over sort of the collections that I have been starting to take more seriously in this binder. Because it's a smaller one, it's just what I've had through the years, and what I've started collecting in time. One of the things that I did want to start collecting, and I have just for the sake of it, after seeing, I can't remember who the YouTuber was that did it, but he was on the hunt for a very rare Digimon card set that was, like, barely printed, and apparently, like, the Digimon TCG that happened wasn't really as profound or as big as it could have been. But there were some prints of it, and I did see after that video, can't remember the YouTuber's name, he's like a comedian now, but still, he went over it, it was a whole like video essay thing that he did. Inspired by his video, I ended up getting the whole first set of the Digimon TCG series. The whole set being, give or take, 100-something cards, 60 cards. I basically spent like $150 on this set. I just wanted to say that I had the first set of Digimon cards. And I put them in these sleeves, and this is like the start of my like TCG collection. It's not necessarily like, why is the light being this way? Does this help it? Does this help a little bit? I don't know what helps. But I just organized this and put this together in sleeves for the whole first set of Digimon cards. Let's see, can I move this over? Yeah, I want to see the whole binder. Yeah. Okay, that kind of blinds it a little bit. Well, I feel like you don't really need to see the back of some of these, to be honest. I mean, it's just the back here, but I'll move it around as such. Is there a Maverick card? I actually don't have a Maverick Fursona card. Remember how there used to be those like Fursona trading cards that that JFET and MOSFET used to do? Good times. Yeah, those were ended for some reason. I want to go over in like a video with him at some point why it was ended, because he talked about why he doesn't do it anymore. But more or less, it's just like, I remember that being a thing, and it came quickly, it went quickly. Also, ironically, I am wearing a Digimon Flamedramon t-shirt, so yeah, kind of cool. All right. Let's go over this set. Some of these are shiny looking. Some of these aren't. This one's shiny. But I think this whole set was worth, give or take, $150 when I bought it off of eBay. It's just something that I wanted to have as like a collector's item. Just say like, oh yeah, I have the first set of Digimon original cards. They're not like the best value. You can see some of them are a little scratched and dinged up here and there, but it's at least nice to say that I have it. I should probably top load these because they are kind of sticking a little bit out of the sleeves and the binder, but at the end of the day, I just got to get more top loaders, more card condoms, as it were. But yeah, if you were wondering what Beta likes outside of furry stuff and talking about drama, he loves Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. But not really loves Pokemon, truthfully. Like, kind of stopped paying attention to it after Pokemon Black and White 2. I was just confused at that point. Yeah. That's not Battlefield 6. Nova, I have to put my PC into safe boot mode in order to play Battlefield 6 still. I still have not done that yet. But hi, Nova. Could we get a shout out for Nova, who's new to the streaming sphere, who's been streaming recently? Go and show them some love and support. I hope I get to play Battlefield with you later. Nor? Oh, well. Oh, hey, look! There's the God cards! Oh, these are the old ones that I got, too. Yeah, see? I don't know if you can see it here. Let me take one of them out. I think my favorite God card, because he looked the coolest in his original design, was Obelisk. Obelisk the Tormentor. This was when they had, like, a pretty set that my Nana got for me years back. I think this was in, like, when I was 5 or so. But you can see at the bottom, this card cannot be used in a duel. It's pretty cool. But yeah, they're just so shiny. I love how their text has something a little bit different, too. But yeah, these are just more for show, for fun. Wanted to collect and save them. And then those are the Exodia pieces that I ended up getting. Can't remember which set I got these from. And then I gave Exodia a tri-penis. I was wondering for a second, I just looked at it and I'm like, why did I put Swords of Revealing Light there? Yeah, that's probably why. If I were to guess as to what I did when I was putting together this binder years ago, because this binder has existed for a bit, I just kind of gave a quick check of it, but then I kind of forgot, oh yeah, I gave Exodia a triple dick. Give him a literal tripod. So that's fun. But yeah, I have to do the whole safe booth thing to play Battlefield, by the way. No, I mentioned that before, but thought I'd mention it again, because why not? But yeah, first page of Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff from the old OG cards that I used to collect. I wanted to start a Neo set for the Neos cards that I was collecting, because I had a few of them back in the day. Like, I ended up getting Flare Neos, Aqua Neos, I think I ended up having Shining Flare Wingman and Grand Neos. I have the tin of this still. This is from the tin set. I had really wanted to get Elemental Hero Dark Neos, but just could not pull it in the packs. Same with Chaos Neos, but yeah, a couple of these are cards that I wanted to collect. Some of them are filled through all that. Do you know what Neos is based off of? Not a clue. Couldn't tell you. Neos is directly inspired by Ultraman. Opta, what is Ultraman? What is Ultraman? I don't know what Ultraman is. But yeah, it started a whole Neos set. I wanted to get all the Neos fusions at some point, and then I gave up because I couldn't get all of them. But I had Elemental Hero Shadow Mist, Honest Neos, Elemental Hero Neos Assault, or Alias? Yeah. Yeah. But my set will continue eventually. Got a few more Neoses, an alternate art, original art, another Shine Flare Wingman. For some reason, I have 2. Don't know why. And then a couple of other Neoses. Apparently, Neos is, like, a really good archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. Like, actually viably competitive. Don't know why. Don't know why this fucker was unbanned, by the way. Don't know why Elemental Hero Stratos was unbanned, but yeah. Would it be better if I turned around the notebook, by the way? Like if I did it this way,
Sonic
maybe?
Staring into my
I feel like it would be better so you guys can read it. Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah. Okay. We're cooking. We're cooking. Yeah. Let's see, and then put it like right there and rotate it. Yeah. Perfect. See, now you can see all the cards. So just to go back a little bit, this is what I have. This is what I have here for Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I wish there wasn't any sort of like... Is this from that, maybe? Maybe if I remove that, that helps a little bit with the lighting. I don't know. The lighting's still gonna be something to be desired at the end of the day. Could I like maybe move it up a bit and then rotate it down? God damn it! I hate this camera so much, man. This phone stand is not exactly the best, but you know you gotta do with what you can. This is still a good view, though. I feel like this makes it a little bit better. Sonic is staring into my soul, and also saying, just kidding, mixed signals, man. Oh, yeah, he's up there just in case something in the back shows up that shouldn't. You know, if I have anything on the floor, which I do, but it's in a completely opposite corner of this room. But yeah, at least this looks a little bit better to go through now. The good thing about all the sleeves in here is there aren't any that are on the back, so you don't have to worry about missing any on one of the pages. It's all through the pages directly, so yeah. All these cards are incredibly legal. It's not that Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards get banned, but rather they rotate out. Yu-Gi-Oh! Does not have a rotation system. Yeah, some cards get put on like a ban list in the sense of they can't be used in tournaments because they're so overpowered.
or they get limited in the sense where you can only use a certain amount of cards in your deck for a tournament. Which a lot of times, whenever I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's not tournament style. I just collect the pretty cards for fun, but I do know how to play the card game, and it does look interesting to me. I've been thinking about doing some Master Duel streams here and there, but, yeah, for the most part, this is just, like, the binder of all the cards that I have. And then we get into the old Pokemon cards that I had. So at some point, I decided I wanted to start collecting Pokemon cards. Don't know why, but some of the designs looked pretty. Like, the Sceptile here looked pretty cool. The Machamp looked pretty cool. And it was around the time where it was just before Gen 4 ended up releasing. So Gen 3 was, like, the big one. So they had, like, Legend Makers here. There's, like, the Delta species somewhere in here for some of these cards. I have the Lucario, Dialga, and Palkia here. I activate Pot of Greed. See, I'm glad that you say that, because a lot of friends of mine say I summon Pot of Greed, and that irks me a little bit, personally. It irks me just a little bit, because you cannot summon Pot of Greed. Pot of Greed is a spell card. You're not summoning a spell card. You're summoning a monster card. And Pot of Greed is not a monster card, it's a spell card. So you play Pot of Greed. You play it, you don't summon it! But yeah, the point being, still just a little tidbit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, pretty cards though, by the way. I personally wish I had collected more of like the old set of Pokemon cards from back when Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire were like the big games. Like Gen 3 was the big one at the time. So a lot of these old cards like Walrein EX, like, oh, the design looks so cool, man. I don't know how much this goes for now. Probably not much. But I just wish I could have collected some of these old ones. They just look really cool. Like, there's a few more on these next few pages, too. Like, Kyogre EX looked really cool. The Aggron that I got from Power Keeper. The old EX Emerald Pikachu. Some of these other ones, they just had cool designs back then. There's some other favorites of mine here. Some of these are just, like, older ones that I kept collected. This one's from a tin. One of the Rayquazas that I have is from a tin. Maybe a Lugia that I have is from a tin. But some of these look really cool. They were really cool designs for back in the day, but I just wanted to keep them, even if they're not necessarily the best. Yeah, the Rayquaza EX, that was the one that I got from a tin. That was pretty cool. 2 Magnazones for some reason. Don't know where those two came from. This is a cool Manectric design. Oh, there's the old Lugia that I had from the Structure deck. Okay, so you want to know the history behind these two, why they're looking the way they are? There's a point when I was a kid where I was collecting some of these Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like this Gardevoir that I had from the EX Emerald. I'm sure this was worth a lot of money now. And it was a very pretty card. I had a bunch of these. And I used to show a lot of my cards to my friends on like the swing set, like the playground area that I had as a kid out in my old backyard. And I just kind of remember one day I had these cards on me, and I don't know where I put them, like at all. Turns out I had left them on the swing set, and they were sitting out in the rain for like a day or two. So, yeah. Are they scuffed? No, they're actually physically scuffed. Like, hold on, I'll even take these out. Wow, has anyone said how hard it is to get a card out of its sleeve when it's not exactly in the right orientation? Oh my god, yeah. So, like, look at the back of this. Like, you can see the foil on the front. The design on the front is just, like, peeling off. It was a very, very pretty card. I just kind of wish I hadn't left it out in the rain, because now you have this. But, you know, I still keep it as a keepsake. But, you know, this is me as a kid when I was, like, I don't think I was any older than 8 or 9 years old. But yeah, these are some of, like, the old cards. Crystal Guardians, I think, was part of Gen 3 era. Some of these were getting out of Gen 3 era into Gen 4. But some of these were really, really pretty designs that I kept. And then I'm like, ooh, I want to keep a lot of these. These are some of the older cards that I think my dad gave me. Because he had some Pokemon cards that he was given, and I just ended up keeping them. Like, some of these are really, really old. The Articuno. This one's one of the older holographics that I have. This is a whole page. Yeah, this was one of the ones left out in the rain, too. The Turtwig was very pretty. The Dittos were really creepy. Didn't know what a Ditto is as a kid. That's the thing. I didn't even play the old Pokemon games. I just kind of went into the cards for Pokemon because I thought they looked cool. Didn't know anything about the Pokemon themselves. Didn't know anything about the style or anything like that. But it was still pretty collectum. I have this old, like, Mewtwo movie card thing. Some of these little fact cards. Some Avatar card. Don't know where this came from. There was, like, an Avatar card game that I ended up getting a pack of one day, and I kept it. Burning Blade. Don't think Zuko ever uses this in the series. Could be wrong about it. Giovanni's Magikarp. Is it Magikarp or Magikarp? And why is it the second one? Oh, and now we're getting back into the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Some of the pretty ones that I kept through the years. My old Blue Eyes. My old Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon that I got from Newbury Comics. Some of my old... Ooh, this is like an old version of the God card that I got for Slifer. Look at how it's rounded around the edges. Like, the quality is just not there. And that's just the thing, a lot of the quality in these cards just really isn't where it used to be. But I still keep them because they're pretty and cutesy cards. That's pretty much why. You know, I just want them... They look pretty. They make me happy having them. And they're worth a lot of money. This one I got from a manga... or some sort of Shonen Jump book that I got at like a Barnes & Noble or like a Borders. Remember Borders? Remember Borders used to be a thing? Oh boy. But yeah, this card, Victory Dragon, don't know how rare it is, but I remember I got it from getting just like a little news thing from Shonen Jump. And I'm like, ooh, I'm getting it just for the card, and I did. This was from a tin. I don't know if I still have the tin. But yeah. Some of these are pretty cool. You're getting some of the like the gold borders around the cards too. That's from the gold series. I pulled that a lot because they were very pretty, very shiny, and so I put them in here. Oh, I worked so hard to be able to afford this one. I wanted Light End Dragon so bad. I saw this on eBay once, but it was like a $50, $60 card back when it released. It looked so gorgeous and so pretty. Let me see if I can actually take it out. I actually want to see it. Damn. Ah, it's still got that shine to it. I love it. It's not anything of a special card, but it just looks so pretty. Like, look at that! Come on! Maybe I just have a... Maybe there's something wrong with me because I'm just attracted to, like, the shiny things. Like, ooh, so shiny, so pretty. Explains the life jacket a little bit. But yeah, I collected that, and then Dark End Dragon, which was also pretty cool. Don't know what was anything special about those synchro cards. I just wanted them because they looked pretty. And then just a couple of other ones. Random holographic thing that I have here. The movie card that I ended up getting. I think when I ended up going to see the Yu-Gi-Oh movie, I think I pulled Watapon. My sister pulled Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, and my mom pulled, I think, that Dark Magician one. I thought that movie card was the coolest thing ever. It is, but it's also just not worth running in any deck now. It's also just so extremely hard to play and run. But it's cool. I think it's cool. I agree with you. I agree with you, Opta. It's really cool. Anything special on here? Not really. Some old cards that I collected. This one was an older card that I collected from 5D's era. But they're just mainly shiny. Some of the 5D's dragons that I collected through the tins through the years. I still have the Black Rose Dragon that my sister had. Turbo Synchron. Isn't that in the meta? Where was it? Oh yeah, no, Formula Synchron. This one's in the meta. This one's a meta card that you can use, believe it or not. That's pretty cool. This was also a tin. This was in some sort of magazine. No, wait. Wasn't this from one of the GBA games? Goblin Fan, I remember seeing from one of the GBA games. Remember if you got any of the GBA games. Why is my chat not showing? Hold on. I'm so sorry. I forgot to enable chat. Chat overlay? Where are you? I wanted to show chat. Where's chat? Oh, Video Ninja's covering it up. Yeah, that's a shame. Very sorry. I was hoping that chat was showing up, but I guess it wasn't. That's a shame. Well, it's there now. Now you guys can see chat. I was kind of hoping it would stay there. But now to anyone watching the VOD, I probably look like a crazy person. Which I probably already am. Anything special on this page? Not really. Everything after this one, it's kind of just like whatever shiny, pretty cards that I saw that were pretty cool. Oh, so, never mind. Some of these are cool. So, remember, as a kid, I had wanted to get Magician of Black Chaos. I loved the Dark Magician archetype. Like, as a child, I loved it. And then when Yugi played the Ritual card for Magician of Black Chaos, I'm like, ooh, another Dark Magician. Well, come to find out, they never actually printed Magician of Black Chaos. You could only get it in, I believe, the Japanese set. Or from, like, a separate set that they ended up creating. So I ended up buying this old Ritual set of these cards to be able to have the old Magician of Black Chaos. So you have some of these old Ritual summons from the original Yu-Gi-Oh series that actually I learned about through Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses, which was an awesome game, by the way. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses. It was so fun. I actually want to do another playthrough of that on here at some point, because it was just that fun, but God, was it hard. But yeah, I kept some of these because, you know, my Nana bought them for me. And I'm very grateful that she did, but I just wanted to keep them in best condition that I really could. So, you know, kept them in here. It's very meaningful to me. I don't know where the rest of them are. I know there's probably a few more that I'm missing, but I'm still happy that I had it. I'm still happy. And then some of these are old Pokemon cards. They weren't as shiny, but are still pretty cool. Some old ones. Some repeats. 2 Feebas. They're both Delta species. What's going on with them? It's kind of crazy, is it not? And also, thank you for the raid, by the way, Gabriel. I appreciate it. Still really cute. It's just taking me back to when I was opening these cards back when I was, ooh. Hello? You are not connected to the run. That is no good. That was no bueno. I don't know where some of these... Okay, I don't think... Is this just not gonna pop in? There we go. I was wondering. Oh, I guess there is a backside to some of these. Weird. I guess a backside happened. There's a Giratina that I got from a tin. Don't know where this came from and don't know why it's in here. But, like, the rest of these I don't think have a backside, I don't think. Some of the original cards that I got and kept. Shiny Misty. Arcanine! I love Arcanine. I remember I started collecting the original remake of the series, or the reprinting, because I wanted, Arcanine.
In one slot.
Did you stack 2 cards in one slot? I did for some of them, but not like the super rare ones. Like, these rare ones, I didn't stack in the same slot. And truthfully, some of these cards here aren't really super rare. I guess I did double stack, which isn't bad. I did that for the other set or binder that I have, but those are for cards that I don't necessarily keep or have. So, yeah. But hey, Misty. She's chilling. Don't know what's special here, but pretty cards. Mirror Force. Pretty good card. I remember there was a whole booster set that you could get where you got a lot of these very shiny looking cards. Don't remember if they were actually, like, good or not. I don't remember. But, they were just pretty. They're probably not worth much either. They're just pretty from the original set of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Why is my YouTube page not loading? Okay, well, I can't read YouTube chat anymore, so that's a shame, but hey, you know, that's how it be. Oh, we love YouTube streaming. And then I think I doubled up on these ones, too. No, I didn't. A couple of other shiny ones. I should probably move around some of these, because truthfully, they're not really that worth it. Or, like, super big keepsakes as they used to be. So, yeah, a lot of these are still good. But, yeah. Millennium Puzzle card you get from SJC event? I wasn't at the SJC event. Yeah, I don't think I got any of that. But yeah, this is my original set of, like, the cards that I hold near and dear that aren't top-loaded that I wanted to put into a binder. So with that in mind, let's go on to the more valuable cards, now that we've gone through pretty much the binder of the ones that I wanted to keep. Because we still got 2 more boxes to go through. And if you really want me to, I could show you the whole binder of the other one, which really isn't worth it, because it's so heavy. And there's a lot in here. But yeah, it just basically goes on and on and on and on, and it's no real special cards. Some are Pokemon, some are Yu-Gi-Oh! I gotta organize these better, but I just kind of wanted them all in one binder just so I don't lose them and they're not, like, clanking around in the tins that I have. So, but either way, let's leave the Pokemon ones for the last, because those are prettier and probably worth more money. Let's go over the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ones. I kept them in this legendary collection. I think that's where I got these God cards, too, and a lot of the other shinier ones near the end of the binder that I had. But a lot of these I ended up top-loading and keeping in these little sleeves. And they're kind of gone all over the place. Some of them are, like, worth it. Some of them aren't. But I guess to go over, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how I'm organizing these. Some of these I just ended up, like, ordering off, like, Amazon or eBay because I wanted, like, shiny versions of them, like the Regeki, shiny Regeki, Elemental Flame Wingman, in the original packaging that they sent it to me. Ooh, okay. This, excuse me, there we go. This is my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh card. My first TCG card that I got. The Dark Magician from the starter deck Yugi. You can see it there in the bottom right. Little text that says starter deck Yugi. Right there. But yeah, as you can see, this card is not in the best condition. You can see that there's some Scotch tape covering up one of the corners. You can see that every little corner is rounded. And if you notice from the back, it's completely gone. The entire backside peeled off at some point. Deadass. Actually really funny, to be honest. But yeah, this was my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh card as a kid that I got from a structure deck. My first Dark Magician, the original design. Oh, it looks so pretty, even still. I mean, I know it's faded and worn with time, but honestly, it makes me so happy to still have that. But outside of that, in those cards, I ended up going and getting some of the, I guess, shiny, good-looking versions of some of the old cards that I really wanted as a kid, like Dark Magician of Chaos. I always saw this in magazines, and it always looked so expensive, didn't know how to pull it. But I ended up getting it. I don't think it was anything special compared to the other Dark Magicians. Okay, this one is from a set of reprints they ended up doing. And this is special to me because I had always wanted a Magician of Black Chaos as a kid. I wanted this ritual card so bad. The border was blue. The design looked cool. It was very shiny when Yugi played it. I wanted it as a kid, but they never ended up printing this in English till I believe around like 2012, or it might have been 2016. But basically during COVID, I learned that this set in this box that I ended up getting had the Magician of Black Chaos. And so I ordered it. I picked it up. I opened to the Magician of Black Chaos. I sleeved it. I top-loaded it. And after I had done that and just realized that I had it, a part of my inner child felt so relaxed. Like, I felt like I accomplished and more or less I don't know. You ever had something where you always wanted something as a kid and you never got it, and then you finally get it as an adult because you can afford it and pay for stuff and buy things with your own money? This is one of those feelings that I had where I had appeased my inner child just from having, arguably, not that great of a ritual card, but the Magician of Black Chaos. Nothing special about it besides it looked pretty, and as a kid, I really wanted it. So yeah, this card means a lot to me. Not that it's anything special, but it's still pretty cool to have. It's just one of those first moments where I realized I was really appeasing my inner child. So that was pretty cool. Let's see, after that we got a couple of other cards. Got another valuable Slifer the Sky Dragon. Don't know why I top-loaded this one. Obelisk the Tormentor. So I have multiple versions of the God cards. I think this is from this set, so that's why I ended up top-loading them. After that, we got some random ones, like Linkaribo. Got whatever this is. Don't think this is really valuable. Don't know what this card is, but it's also pretty. Some of these are just pretty. Some of them aren't really valuable. This is the best card in the set that I ordered from, I think it was Merrick's set, back when I did a booster box opening during COVID lockdown. Egyptian God Slime. Not really that valuable, but I was hoping for the Ghost Rare Raw. Didn't end up getting it. But hey, Red Eyes Black Dragon with the gold border from the Gold series, so that looks pretty cool. And then a Monster Reborn. And then we go through more of these, because there's so many more to go, all unorganized in this random box. LCO1 is that box? Yeah, Legendary Collection 1. So that's what this is. So yeah, pretty cool. A lot of these cards here are pretty good too. Don't know how valuable they are, but at the end of the day, I'm not really looking for valuableness of it. I'm just looking to collect because I like it. And also, thank you for the 100 bits, by the way. Ember, I do appreciate that lots. Thank you for the bits all throughout the stream. It means a lot. But a couple of other gold cards that I have. Solemn Judgment. A cool looking Jinzo, because Jinzo was really terrifying as a kid, but also really, really cool of a card. Another Link card. Another random card. Flame Swordsman, Link. See, a lot of the Link cards I don't really care about. Shadow. I think this is Shadow. Was this Shadow series? It looked like it was supposed to be Shadow. I know Shadow used to be an archetype. Oh no, I guess this is Frightfur. Well, I guess that's another archetype. Martial Metal Marcher. Mystical Space Typhoon, and a very shiny looking. The Link Monster Salamangrates. God, I remember when that was an archetype that people used. Another Link Summon. I feel like I could be putting these more closer to the camera. Yeah, like this. This is what I actually got from when Moist Critical was selling some of his cards, whether it was in packs for like Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards. I got them as soon as they dropped because I felt like I had a better chance of pretty much getting whatever I could from these, or the best chance of getting like a good card. So I ended up pulling this, and I think this is one of the big ones that I got. Quintet Magician. Also, I don't even see the message that's being spammed in the chat. Stalkers, so maybe my YouTube chat's off. Give me a moment. I should probably check out my YouTube stream in another tab, just in case something's happening, so, let's see, where is it? Live stream. Oh, there I am, live right now. I'm going to open my stream in another tab because I can't even check it out normally. Oh, there we go. That's better. Well, that's weird. Why is my chat not picking up some of the YouTube chat messages? That's weird. Is it not connected? I'm live streaming to YouTube, right? Yeah, this is weird. This is weird. Also, weird pendulum monsters. Ew, I hate pendulums. Cyber Dragon thing. This used to be used a lot for, what was it? XZ summoning. Random wolf character that my friend Jay gave me. Chimeratech Overdragon. Chimeratech Mega Fleet, yeah. A couple of other, what is it, Cyber Dragon cards. I actually have a working, running Cyber Dragon deck. So yeah. And then Cyber Emergence. And then a couple more in this box, and then we're pretty much through all the valuable, or I guess near and dear Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I've been through, or had. Just the ones that I decided to keep on me. We're actually blasting through this a lot quicker than I thought. I thought it was going to take a while for me to go through all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I wanted to. More of these. Don't really care. Pretty looking Gaia, the Dragon Champion. Oh my god, Zodiacs. Fucking remember Zodiacs? Aren't like half of them banned now? They're like a big thing in this sense. This set. Dragon Maids as well. There's the gold bordered Black Rose Dragon that I think I got. I opened a lot of the Maximum Gold series too, so that also, it's also cool. I'm probably going to save this for my sister too if she wants it. Time Thief Redoer. I remember a lot of people ran him. Old Dark Magician. What was this from? YGLD. I don't know. Some sort of deck or collection, so it's probably not that valuable. The other Dark Magician design from that other episode. This was the access code talker that used to be worth a lot of money. So this was the best pull you could get in the Maximum Gold first set when they released this, and I pulled this, and it was the best card you could get. Access code talker, gold bordered, was $60. It is currently $2. Oh, but hey, I have some of the original Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy of the and Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning. I have both of these. I spent a pretty penny on the originals of them. You can even see that they're from the original set, IOC, Invasion of Chaos. And then this one is... Oh, that's not Invasion of Chaos. I don't think this is an original one. Or maybe it is? I don't know. But yeah, Chaos Emperor Dragon is at least original. I don't know what the grading is on it, but yeah, I wanted a Chaos Emperor Dragon because this card has been so banned for so long, but it's still a pretty cool one. I'd say that's probably the most valuable Yu-Gi-Oh card that I have. Lackluster Soldier. One of my friends gave me Galaxy Soldier, which was $7 at the time they got it somewhere. Cyber Dragon, whatever this is called. And then a gold-plated Nibiru. And that's pretty much my Yu-Gi-Oh collection in a nutshell. Pretty much, if I'm being honest. Alrighty. And now we just kind of put this all back together and hope for the best. And then I just put it back in the case, and yeah, that's really it. So this is pretty much my collection in a nutshell. It's not that big. You know, I'm not looking to spend super heavy amounts of money at the end of the day. I'm just kind of looking for the pretty cards that I've wanted for years. So that's why, for me, a lot of these are so random with the value, or I guess types of cards here. I have to properly organize this, and truthfully, I could have probably done a better job at organizing, but all in all, these are my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which I am pretty happy with. But as for the big supposed moneymaker, the Pokemon cards. These apparently are valuable. Some of them are, some of them aren't. I really don't know at the end of the day. I couldn't tell you what is valuable and what isn't. Just could not. But they're still pretty cool to have, if I'm being entirely honest. Again, I remember going through a phase during COVID where I just wanted to get some of like the cards that were worth pennies at the end of the day, just to complete the collection and say that I had it. So that's why for some of these, you know, they're just the generic cards that you get from the original series or set that really aren't worth as much because they're not as pretty, but they're cool looking. Like, for example, I should probably put this off to like the side just so you can see it. I have the X. I'm gonna cut this in half just so I can. Okay, sure. The little X and Y, the reprinting of Rocket Zapdos. I wanted some EX versions of the Regis since I never got those when the Emerald or Ruby and Sapphire Pokemon cards came out, which The original EX Regis are dummy expensive, so I went for the best alternative, and I got some pretty looking ones with like full art. So you have Registeel, Gyarados, which is not a Regi, but you know, we're just going through all the random ones we have. Verse Hollow Zapdos that I really wanted. Don't know how much some of these are worth, but... Oh, hey, there's a reprinting holographic Zapdos, so also pretty cool. I have a lot of Zapdos, don't know why. Holographic reprint Machamp. Holographic reprint Nidoking. And the reprint Magneton. Why are you not fully in? There you go. Not fully in its casing. I wonder if Frey would want to be here, by the way. Frey does like Pokemon cards. This is my holographic reprint Poliwrath, and then holographic reprint Ninetales. Some of these I just ended up getting because I'm like, oh, I want the pretty reprints of the original card designs. That's pretty much what I kind of went for as a kid. So, yeah. Holographic reprint Snorlax. And then I just got some of the originals, so like Pidgeotto. Just like the original Pidgeotto from whatever original set that I could get. Just because I wanted it. I did the same thing for a lot of the common cards, so Pidgey as well. Wartortle. Squirtle. Charmander, or Charmeleon, so Charmander. Ivysaur. I wanted the original legendary birds from the set too, so there's my Moltres as well. There's Weedle. I feel like not many people give love and support to Weedle, so I decided to get Weedle. There's the Kakuna. There's the Beedrill. Drowsy. And then whatever from this next set, which these aren't sleeved. What's in here? Oh, these are the annoying sleeves. This is for this. Okay, so these are the sleeves that you'd get with this package, which have an annoying shine to them. So I put some of the cards that I get from this set in here. You can see some of them. Kangaskhan, Pikachu VMAX, Professor's Research, Palkia. I just kind of put the rest of the cards that I got from this set in here. And they're really not that valuable. They're just pretty at the end of the day. I also ran out of top loaders, so that also is a contributing factor. Wow, I should get into Pokemon card opening. I've got some good hands for this. They're awfully shaky, though. I just need, like, a stabilizer, and then I'm good to go. Elite Trainer Box sleeves are awesome. What do you mean? Is this an Elite Trainer Box? I just know when I put these up to the light, or at least try to look at them on my end, it's not exactly easy to look at. And some of these are repeats as well. I ended up wanting an Entei GX. This is a full art that I got. And then in here is like a couple of other cards, I think. Are there more cards in here? There are. What the fuck? Okay. So there's Entei GX. There's Garchomp. C. Level X. Oh, and then Venusaur. Okay. Don't know how much these are worth, but I'm going to put them in a... Oh, look at that! I have some pretty sleeves! Whoa, isn't that crazy? Whoa, some sleeves that apparently are really good. Haha. Look, I'm not gonna bash anyone for liking certain sleeves. You need a vibrator, not a stabilizer. I mean, why not both? You know, gotta test the waters to see how well the stabilizer works. By testing the vibrations, you know? It's pretty simple. It's not rocket science in the slightest, let me say. It really isn't. It's pretty simple and straightforward. The Entei looked pretty cool. I think I got this for like $7 on Amazon. A lot of these cards I just kind of wanted to get individually to collect again, so that's why I did. But yeah, a lot of these I just kind of threw into this box. It's pretty simple there. Yippee. I'm going to put them to the side, and then I'll rebox this whole thing later. But now we have a whole other one. Oh, what are you doing here? We have a Charizard. What is this from? This has to be the X and Y reprint from 2016, right? Yeah, 2016. But it's still a holographic Charizard. Still looks pretty cool, if you ask me. I'm not gonna lie. Looks pretty banging. Like me. I hope. One can dream, you know? One can dream if they are. I have to organize this thing a little bit easier because it's just not looking as good. Yeah, I'll organize that little box a bit better, but this is actually one of the Dark Jolteons that I got from Moist Critical's packs that he was selling. This is a little bit into the end of the pandemic, like end of the year, and he's like, you know what, I want to sell some of these. So he sold a lot more of his extra collection, and so I ended up getting this Dark Jolteon from him, which was pretty cool. Got a shiny Greninja, Xerneas, Ho-Oh, Noivern, shiny looking Eevee, Mew EX. Huh? Oh, this is a custom Pikachu. I was wondering what the line was there. That's actually really cute. It's actually really, really cute. It's like a birthday Pikachu. Oh, he's so happy. I love him. Look at that. That makes me happy. I wish I had a birthday celebration like that. One day. One day. Fat Pikachu. I don't even know what fucking Pokemon that is. I never played Sword and Shield. Never. Never did, never will. And then there's the original set that I wanted to start trying to get, Bulbasaur. There's my Regirock EX that I wanted. Not exactly special, but still a Regi. There's Pidgeot. Another one of the Pidgeys that I wanted. There's Moist Critical's personal card. What one is this called? The Machine King. Nutbuster. Harvest Effect. This is one of his custom cards that he got. Pretty cool. Also, this was probably one of the rarest pulls that I had from a single Pokemon card pack at Target. This Sylveon VMAX. I just pulled a random pack one day. I think this was in like February in 2022.
Ooh yeah, baby.
I saw this. I'm like, is this good? It looks pretty. It's full art, but I don't know how good it is. This Sylveon VMAX is like $100. It's like $100. Look at how pretty this is. It's just such a gorgeous, pretty card. I'm not even really a fan of Sylveon personally, but it's pretty valuable. Also, thank you, Ember, for another 100 bits. Woo! Yeah, baby! I love that, man. But yeah, beautiful card there. Ended up getting the reprint of the Blastoise because I wanted it. Oh, that's not a Pokemon card, but I guess it's here. Lost Warrior from another planet. Yeah. There's the OG Articuno that I wanted to get from the Fossil set. And then the Zapdos from the Fossil set. So yeah. And then after this, I think we only have a few more. Don't know what this Ho-Oh is doing in here. It's no special or different from the other ones, so probably take off the packaging off that and put it in the top loader. But yeah, and then after this, we're almost done with all the cards we've been through. These are random dividers. There's another Dark Jolteon that I got from Moist Critical. And then some more sleeves for me to throw things into. Oh, and some random stray cards. What are you doing in here? Oh! There's a Groudon. Team Magman's Groudon. But it's a reprint, so that's kind of sad. And then a pretty looking full art Reshiram, which is also a reprint, which is also kind of sad. But still, looks pretty. Makes me happy. It actually does, though. Anyways, last pack, or I guess set, to go through. We have the Mimikyu that I got, Darkrai, random Floatzel, because I want to keep the pretty looking Buizel and Floatzels, because Buizel and Floatzel are adorable. There's the other one. Another Eevee VMAX, Crobat V, Yveltal art, a shiny Coughing that I pulled. Don't know how worth it or valuable this is, but it's still looks cutesy and shiny. There's the Incineroar from the tin that I bought. OG Rattata, Raticate, Caterpie, Metapod, and Butterfree. Because I wanted to start collecting the original set, and that's as far as I got. But that, after like, give or take an hour or so period, was my Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon collection, or at least the notable ones at the end of the day. So, yeah, we did it. We went through my collection. There's still more to come. I mean, there's plenty that I haven't gone through at my folks' place that I could probably look for and probably top load and throw in another binder. So there'll probably be a part 2 to this at some point whenever I decide to go through all that, which will require a lot of cleaning out and organizing, but I'll end up doing it. But yeah, this is my collection in a nutshell. Just some pretty cards that I wanted to collect. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for this. And, yeah, if you want any of the ones that I have here, send me an offer or something. Because there's a lot of them in the binder that I have in the back that I just do not want. So if anyone wants to buy those off of me, because I'm not collecting some of the repeats that I have, yeah, feel free to send me an offer. I'm not really sure how I'd be able to sell these at the end of the day, but I'd love to try.